Hello there and welcome to my match against Sirusc for the Dominion League Season 65. It'll be my second match of the season. We didn't roll any Rising Sun board or card, so nothing new here. Just an old-fashioned, I suppose Specialist is fairly significant here for gaining, and it looks like Vineyard is going to be pretty viable as scoring here. Not sure how to go on the opening. You could get your urchins. You could just double urchin. There's also Cathedral here. I'm a little worried about playing Cathedral in this game because it could last pretty long. Because I'm not sure. Specialist City Quarter can empty. Skirmisher might empty, I suppose. So, but anyway. With the discarded tax, I'm a little worried about Cathedral, even though opening Cathedral is of course going to give you a much quicker path to having a clean deck here. But I don't think I'm going to do it, I guess, is the long and the short of it. The otherwise, the opening here isn't super clear to me. If you get the urchins and they collide, you're looking good. If they don't collide, you might have been happier just doing like church hold map or double church or something. And then maybe going back for the urchins a little bit later. You can think about like Urchin Marauder. I don't think mind too much about the issue there is that the runes I mean, there's a couple issues. It's just a little harder to collide, and then also there's and also don't think against a Cathedral opening I'm gonna try it. So I think we'll just go double urchin and see how it goes. It wouldn't be bad to have the spoils, but to try and hit a skirmisher once or a specialist. Hitting skirmisher once is going to do quite a bit for the economy here. I don't know. You have a bit of an economy issue even just cathedraling into urchin, right? Because you can't hit more than like 5. Or you can't hit 5 without having 2 silvers. I mean, assuming they urchin, like if Sirusc hits 5 off rip here, if the silver is here with the coppers, then you're in a pretty good spot. But otherwise, there's a good chance that I'm just urchining every turn, and then you can't hit 5 until you get down to double silver copper hand, or I suppose a church hand. But anyway. So we whiff collision here. I think we're probably looking for. There's not really a nice cathedral. I think we probably are looking at urchin old map. We'd really kind of. I'll probably take old map here. There's something to be said for the church as well, but Yeah, so you like have to get silver, and then you have to do silver, silver, copper. You buy your skirmisher, and then you still have a lot of trashing to do with the cathedral. That's not such an issue, but you may be playing with 2-card hands some, and that's not maybe ideal. I don't hate. On the other hand, if you get church and stuff, you may be able to do some work. And like messenger working as your silver equivalent too. If you have the silver here, you can buy a skirmisher, buy a specialist, whatever. I'm gonna assume they have it. You wouldn't put into deck unless you had the silver in hand here, I don't think. Well, maybe you would in general. Yeah, you might just do it, period. Certainly with the silver you do it, so that looks like a nice turn. Unfortunate that they drew the silver messenger at the top of the shuffle there but it was not this is not super unlikely necessarily, but it was not great for me that happened. Trying to think how I'm gonna get to 5. Now you just need any of silver or messenger, and you hit 5 again. Just not bad. We're on turn 6, so 5 cards have been trashed. There's like another urchin in here. I guess we don't rotate necessarily. Maybe we'll draw one. We did not, which isn't too surprising, but is not great. Well, that was whatever. I don't think it's a matter. It might matter a little bit. It could easily matter. I clicked that too quick, but I won't ask for that undo. If they buy a skirmisher, then it won't matter, but if they don't, then it may. The trashing differential here is so massive. All right, now I don't have to feel so bad. Because I'm not sure if I take a silver. So now we're up to 7 cards. So there's like 3 junk cards left. And the game is not particularly close to being over. So maybe we'll get to a point of it being a little annoying to Sirusc. We're going down 1. Let's just do the copper, and we'll church if we'll probably just church 2 things here. Try to get to 5. Try to get to a mercenary. Okay, so now we're down to 2 junk cards. I'm surprised still at no specialist, but you have to kind of assume it's coming here, I would think. It's just quite powerful here. I mean, I guess with 8 you could maybe do a city quarter. Or I would probably go specialist city quarter, actually. Seems pretty good. I don't like that so much. It's not likely to really affect me. Now, if I don't find the mercenary, then it's pretty sad. But I did. So I kind of would have liked specialist city quarter, I think, from Sirusc there, but you know, whatever. Unfortunately, I don't really have. I probably should have trashed 1 on the curse, or on the whatchamacallit, because I'm having 6 here, so I probably should have trashed 1 card on the church, but I wasn't totally clear on what was going on there. I think I like a specialist here. You can gain it and just do the attack, I suppose. How would I do this turn? Guess there's something to be said for trying to roll. If you specialist mercenary and you draw 2 junk cards, you do get to do the merc attack and maybe draw a little more. On the other hand, you can just church. Urchin church down, probably buy a city quarter. I don't have a ton of money, so the city quarter is a little bit scary. You kind of have to do it like this, play the urchin just to attack a little bit and church a couple things. I'm surprised they haven't gone for a voyage yet, but it's certainly be a little better for them, I think. Okay, so there's only, this copper's the only junk card left in the deck. Probably need to afford a skirmisher. What do we have? Guess it's gotta be this. Yeah. Sirusc is gonna need churches pretty badly, I think. Or Curse Village, I guess. I honestly didn't see Curse Village on the kingdom until now. Yeah, maybe they can get by with just Curse Villages. Is probably good enough to survive whatever. We don't trash. We really need to find the mercenary, so we probably have to specialist this old map. I'm trying to think if the voyage, I mean, surely you can get some value out of voyage turns, you know, but what is the last card? This probably doesn't matter. Let's see what we do here. Okay, this is a set aside one, which is pretty huge. I probably shouldn't have tossed the silver, to be honest. I have to buy a lot of things. That's a fact. I need a messenger. I need another specialist. Yikes. I need a lot of cards, to be sure. I don't know what you hand out with messenger. Anything you hand out is kind of nice for Sirusc, unfortunately. I guess handing out old maps isn't that crazy. Or urchins. Well, hand out potions? No, I don't think so. Hand out potions would be kind of funny. Let's do this. This is not the best draw ever, if you ask me. Hopefully we find the silver. Okay, we didn't find the silver. We did not find the silver, which is a bit of a problem. Sure would have loved to find that silver. This was the issue with going with messenger first rather than taking, like, say, skirmisher and a messenger, which probably would have been much better than what I did. If we find the old map here, I would just go ahead and take voyage, but we didn't, so that's not an option. There's maybe something to be said for taking the city quarter here. Guess we're gonna try it. This is a bit of a, there's definitely some money issues here. I'm surprised. I kind of expect them to do this again, and I continue to be a little bit surprised by it. I'm not super convinced it's the play that you want to do, but, you know, whatever. It would have ruled if we had the special, or like the city quarter in hand already, but alas. Not convinced that my city quarter play was very good. We're putting messenger. Well, okay. If I had known that was on top, I probably would have played something differently. But anyway, I certainly would have played it a little different. It's okay. It's still a nice draw. We need the car. Okay, we hit mercenary. That helps quite a bit. Mostly because this is going to help us church some stuff while attacking. We're only hitting 4 here. I guess we hit 3. We could hit 7. The last card is but that's quite a bit less on the So what if we go just pay off here? What are we on trashing? There's 2. We each have a copper. Actually, if I'm just paying off debt and buying a copper, then we should just do it this way. I need to buy a specialist. Sirusc also actually needs to buy a second specialist pretty badly. do it like this. Yeah, you can buy a got him. This is why you should just get the specialist, because it's a little more robust anyway. But then, you know, whatever. IMO. But obviously this is a bad, you know. But delusion would be pretty bad as well. And, well, delusion wouldn't be that bad, but it would be good. If you had flipped your voyage, then they didn't even have an old map. So I guess I don't really have a good way to rotate, buy, gain, and rotate, but if you catch them on a bad turn, then I guess maybe they don't have enough money to afford it, potentially. Okay, don't trash. What we would love to do, what I would love to do is, okay, we didn't quite hit the dream, but it's still okay. Well, you know, actually it's more or less the dream. So we're looking for, here we're looking for specialist copper, I guess. They're going to do the gain. They're going to do it. It's not good. You need to push the turns. You need to push the turns a little further, and this is not doing it. The gaining, I mean, it's fine to have a skirmisher, sure, but it's not the correct play, IMO. Okay, we're gonna want to do and then like this. And then like this. And then like this. And like this. Can then be this. I swear if they, it's so bad. It doesn't even hurt me. I hate watching it, actually. It's so bad. We don't have 3 piles going yet. But I'll get a vineyard, or I'll get a potion this turn, and I might buy a province just for a little bit of insurance. they trashed a church, which was a card that could get them out of jail, but they just super underplayed the thinness lead. Like pretty badly. I don't know if I can pile. I certainly can pile next turn. We just need... no, I don't think so. They never got a second specialist, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they don't even have a second specialist. So, if they don't find that, I mean, they probably get to the Cursed Village, but they don't get to Cursed Village, and the turn's really, really bad. And even if they do, it's just not enough. So we could set a specialist aside, I guess, just for a little extra insurance. Or we can play more. I mean, the city quarters are guaranteed to draw a lot. Anyway, so... It matters. Well, this one's super over. Curse Village was bottom decked, I suppose. It might have, I don't know. The game might have gone a little differently if the Curse Village doesn't get locusts, but like, this kills me every time. the doing the skirmisher attack thing just kills me every time. It's so pointless. It's not a good use of the buys or the resources either. It's just like, oh, we need to do this thing. Better do this thing that doesn't, I don't know. It's like a desire to block stuff. I'm not sure really what people fall into that habit, but it was not good. Also, like the church trash is like the church. It was like killing the thing that would give you a chance to get out of the death spiral. But anyway, well, this doesn't have any. This just doesn't have anything. So you can try Margrave Money, or you can try Rebuild, basically. And you can splash Vampire into probably both those things. And Counterfeit. Probably you can splash Counterfeit or Vampire. You can basically play with this corner of the kingdom, and the rest of it is not particularly inspiring. You could maybe really talk yourself into using Goat Herd, I guess, as possible, but yeah, okay. So like maybe Goat Herd activates, because Goat Herds could be like labs. That's not totally crazy. How good that is. Labs are super labs sometimes even, but what that pays off here is still just like playing golds, basically. So wish the cargo ship didn't have the silver with it, but that's just the way of the world. We'll go ahead and go for a vampire here. I'm really leaning towards the rebuild, but it's not. I like double cargo ship too, just fine. It's not a diluted. They did already buy a vampire, so diluted might do something. It's not crazy to think, oh, maybe the Margrave gets something done there, but this is a pretty unfortunate bat/cargo ship. You're not really all that I'll probably trash Anna State. They did, okay, so they hit the nice. Okay, I'll trash the curse. They did hit the nice shuffle, so that's something. I wonder if there is a spot for Goat Herd. I'm just worried about the timing of things like that more than anything. So that hex didn't really hurt me, but the hexes can be painful here. That may just be painful just on its own, to be perfectly honest. It's not too surprising. This is going to be potentially sad reshuffle, but if we end up with pretty close to the end on the estates, it's not terrible. After the 2 rebuild plays, I feel a little behind, although I'm not sure why. I mean, well, they did get the high roll on the double cargo ship, so that actually was something. Okay, well, they were just the ones on top, so that's not super ideal, but we do kind of need to just fight duchies at this point, because they're going to disappear. At a cargo ship, you know, you could think about doing that. My cargo ships are both here, I suppose, or was one out of the shuffle? One might have been out of the shuffle. Yeah, one was definitely out of the shuffle. Famine. Yeah. Famine you kind of feel. You kind of feel famine. War, you kind of feel war. It's definitely not nothing. We won the duchy split, for whatever that's worth. Here we're holding them in our hand. We're probably going to get stuck with one estate. Almost certainly. Okay. So they have 3 estates. There's 3 duchies estate. I have 4 duchy estate. Wait. Yeah. No, wait. No. Because I'm miserable. I have 5 duchy estate. Yeah. 5 duchy estate miserable. The cargo ships could punch up to an $8 hand with like a silver or gold set aside. It's not impossible by any stretch. Or a counterfeit. You vampire, like if you have vampire here, vampire again, counterfeit on silver may get you to a province buy, which province buys are quite good here. The hexes, you could get some rabble hexes here and really feel it. Yeah. That's like a super easy gold actually. I don't know what my last card is. I'm gonna get 2 provinces here, which is nice. Hopefully they don't have 8. It would be nice if they just have like 7 or something, but they probably have 8. No, just another gold. Okay. Well, that's something. I agree. It agrees on top. The copper is going to toss. There's going to be no buys. This is, again, a situation where the size of this shuffle, I kind of have to play these, but then I'm triggering a shuffle that might be a little scary. Fortunately, the Sirusc does have 2 rebuilds that aren't super high value. Sirusc, just because of the lack of duchies. Anyway, this doesn't matter a whole lot. There's all okay. So we didn't cycle very well there, but this is awful. It's really awful. I did have a lot of duchies, so that's just kind of how it goes, I suppose. So now we have to kind of hope that the golds don't lead to actual province buys, but if you have 5 here, you probably want to counterfeit. Yeah, give yourself a shot. I can't really use this battle that well. I mean, maybe vampires probably better in silver because you could maybe cargo ship. Cargo ship it. But that's kind of where it is. This is not ideal. We're really not close enough to be wanting to buy estates. Well, now we're getting closer. Hopefully the gold's not in hand. The golds are not in hand, I suppose. They're right here. I can already tell that my cargo ships are like locked to one another in this shuffle. You can just sense it. I don't think it's really hard to decide if there are buys that are like super worthwhile. I might just take a goat herd. The hexes could be a real thing here. But what can you do? gonna be a messy last few turns, and someone's gonna be mad. Someone's gonna be relieved. No one's gonna be happy because it's gonna be a little stupid no matter what. But well, my rebuilds are hiding, which is not good. There's a lot of duchies still out in the world. You could have maybe, it's just art. I was gonna say, like, you could maybe have done a better job trashing and then have a little more control, but like, I don't know how you can really. I guess this will probably be a counterfeit set aside, assuming if there's either vampire in hand or if they have 5. No, neither of those is the case. So am I going to take an estate here? And then Envious could be nice. Of course. Well, we'll have to see what happens here. Envious may have saved my bacon. Not sure. I should have been doing better deck tracking. Like, the counterfeit was actually clearly not useful. Though I guess it would. I guess I should have set aside a rebuild. Actually, if I had been thinking. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll see what happens here. If I set aside a rebuild, for sure I have a win. This is, if they can just mill a province, that's not very good. Thank you. So basically I have to name a state here and hit a duchy, hit 1 duchy, and then I'm okay. So I can buy an estate. And there is only 1 province in here, so all right. Well, that was some sort of game. It was all right. We haven't seen any rising sun yet, so. Well, here we have rising sun. 2 things. We have Mountain Shrine and Ninja. A good harvest. We have Village Green and Weaver, which maybe dissuade a little bit on. There's a lot of militia attack defense here between Menagerie and Weaver and Village Green, so that's not a huge deal. I wouldn't say. Probably University is pretty good here. But I would probably go Potion Mountain Shrine on the 4-3, but on the on this thing, I may just go double Shrine. Or actually, I guess I'd probably go T-Mog Shrine on the 4, whatever, but we don't have that luxury here. There's also Oasis Activating Weaver. It should be a nice board once you're clean. I think Ninja, this is actually a pretty weak Ninja board, I would say. IMO. I don't think Good Harvest is going to be super relevant. You can play with, I mean, in your Menagerie deck, you could play with a copy of all the treasures, I guess, and that might be not unreasonable, but I don't know. You could try Oasis Mountain Shrine. Or like I mean, you could try it. If you don't collide, you're in really good shape because your second one will be able to buy potion. Your first one maybe just pays debt, but your next one buys potion, which would be nice. You could try Mountain Shrine Nothing. I think is not crazy. Even Oasis T-Mog is alright. We're going a little more conservative. Maybe should have gone with the thing, but T-Mog's quite good here. You just need something to trash a little faster, probably. And to trash copper as well. So your reshuffle, you're looking for like maybe Village Green Mountain Shrine or Potion. Maybe Potion if you can get it. Potion Mountain Shrine. May have a little issue with the debt depending on your sequence of draws here. You could get kind of a sad one. I wouldn't be like mad about a T-Mog buy either, but I do like the Mountain Shrine. Okay, we get this draw, so we can hit the potion. And then next turn a second Mountain Shrine. Regardless of the money. I don't super love the next Oasis. Oasis missing here is not ideal. There is also a risk with the university. Maybe we don't buy the... Yeah. You don't want to run into the next shuffle and have your potion... I guess you have to think about the likelihoods, but what are the hands where that can actually happen? It would involve Mountain Shrine Collision for sure. All right, we're playing a little cowardly, but... If the top card's in Menagerie, I'll lose my mind. If it's not, I probably won't lose my mind. Then the Menagerie is just going to do nothing, but that's okay. This can become quite explosive, but the trashing is a little slow. Quite slow, actually. Oasis feels a little early. There's something to be said for this deck thinking about taking a We don't have any special things yet. Taking a copper trash before the next estate trash, if the money doesn't matter, probably want to do the copper trash, honestly. So. Didn't even activate the Weaver. That's no fun. Just do it. Just activate it. It seems a little premature on Village. You don't actually have terminal issues, I wouldn't think. So I don't fully get that, but boo. Boo. That's okay. That's not too surprising. I should maybe have thought about a Village Green, but versus the Weaver. We'll add another university here. We're gonna have maybe enough for University Menagerie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't know what the last card is, but it's something trashable, another copper. So we're gonna have $5, which is really nice, actually. I guess they just wanted to get the additional money from comp. Maybe double Menagerie is worth it, or Menagerie Oasis, whatever. Hopefully we find some. No, come on. Just one activation would make a huge difference for my turns. But this seems late for the potion. Like at this point, you might as well just do the Weaver stuff, IMO, but maybe it's okay. Because it unlocks city gains, but that's not a huge deal here. Because the 4s are like good enough. But maybe this is just double Menagerie even. I'm not sure. One Village Green would probably have been okay. Okay, here we're gonna move. Hopefully they don't move, but they probably will. Here we're gonna activate and then probably activate again. Because yeah, they're gonna have a good turn. Then this is gonna become who can play payload well. If we both are kicking off, and maybe just an edge of who has a little bit extra in the gains to make it through, but I kind of like grabbing up those menageries, though that is going to open up the cities for me. Is it like 4-3 on Menagerie right now? Something like that. But gain and play on Weaver is going to be huge, which means Oasis stuff, and then because that's going to give you your pile control. I mean, if people get into provinces, then that becomes less of a thing. I mean, if you can get your money up and do a province thing quickly enough, it's okay. I don't really like this, actually. The cities are so do nothing for the next turn that I don't really get it. I mean, of course there can be good eventually. I'm trying to think, do I have enough droth to really push through here? There's also something to be said for getting a royal galley. The copper trashing is still pretty low. I don't want to go too overly aggressive on the weavers before the draw is like more confirmed. The menageries are still huge. Okay. So now we're probably out on activations. We did bottom deck a royal galley, which kind of sucks, but isn't too surprising. We're gonna have 8, 10. We're gonna have $10 and 3 buys. I kind of like. I don't think actions are gonna be a huge thing. 10 buy. Actually, well, do I want that? Let's see if it will. How many Oasis do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5. See if they'll let me. I want the Oasis. You can activate the menageries if you go for it. Okay. Ooh, this is rough. Probably next one activates. Yeah. You didn't get to do Oasis Weaver though. There's probably going to be a pile out on my turn. If there's not a pile out on Sirusc's turn. but it's not clear that Sirusc is playing for it, so that bodes well for me. I have 3 universities. The Royal Galley is going to end up looking pretty pointless. What can you do? How many coppers did I have at the end? 2, and there was like maybe 1 more. Oh, 3. Dealing with the coppers is maybe going to be an issue for draw, for gain and play here. But we'll see. It's a little bit hard for Sirusc to go for things that doesn't make the pile. Assuming they can't pile out, which isn't clear to me whether that's not possible. But if he can't, he's got to score, which I guess the silvers are for that. Makes some sense. So it might give you just kind of a nasty reshuffle. I don't know. We'll find out. I can probably get a province at the end of my turn of piling weavers. So if it's just a single... Oh, gold, that's not scary at all. Duchy's not scary either. Yeah, we should be okay. We got 3 university gains. We can chain the okay, well, I say that. Not immediately super compelling, I wouldn't say. So let me think. If we get 3 weavers, those are down to 5. We don't have a great way of activating them. We do have a lot of plus actions though. That would put us at 4 weavers. We don't have to buy a whole lot either, so we don't have to score. So if some of the weavers are used to gain oases so that they can activate, that's all right too. It should work, in my opinion. Now, it would kind of help if we actually drew a mountain shrine so we can do it that way, but both the mountain shrines have hid, which is not helping. There's one. This is gonna be interesting. The draw may not be here. because we don't have the city activations. Is there a way to, if we trash an action, is that getting us much with how much is in the discard? Copper, copper, copper. There are 3 coppers. Gosh. Well then. Maybe it's not possible. What would we need? I still feel like we should go for it. The action's not so much an issue at the moment. Okay. There is this. Okay. We have to blow up. This didn't work at all. On the other hand, I guess it's not totally clear that Sirusc can do the Weaver stuff all that easily. Probably. We really need to find the menagerie sooner. So now there's a big they have 2 silvers. They might dud. 1, 2. I mean, if we can get Province Duchy, that would be kind of nice. But I'm not sure that that is in the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're not going to get that. This has probably unlocked a pile out, if I had to guess. But we will find out. No, the silvers are there. The silvers are there. Oh, but now it's gone. But still, it's something. There are just 3 cities. I did activate those. This Weaver hand is going to be funny. Oh, they just stopped. They just dudded. So they didn't look for, well, I don't know if they even had one, but they didn't look for a Mountain Shrine draw. So this is going to be like Province something, but we should be okay. We're going to have enough plus actions to play out the Weavers, unless we draw another Weaver, which is very possible. Oh no, we set aside, we have a, we have a university play. So we can pretty much survive anything is fine. Or at least at this stage, we're fine to survive whatever. The gold angle was weird. I always find these, I guess I don't really need the buy from city. I should just play this. This will be super easy pile out. Do, 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 do. I'm done living in a world where I don't just try and score as much as I can as I end the game because of that fleet turn. Or at least going way above margins, because I just really should not have lost that fleet turn or that fleet game, and I really don't want to do it again. So I'm just gonna score as many points as I can to feel comfortable with myself. Clark is okay. You could do Clark or Temple, I think both fine. If you get nice draws, the Temple obviously has a little bigger of upsides. This is going to be a little, I don't know if Michael is hiding underneath the pile somewhere, but that could be brutal potentially. Goes for the secret cave, which I think is fine. If they collide, you're not like doing both. You're not discarding and I guess you're not like discarding and templing, so it's not that appealing, but obviously the silver here isn't doing anything for me either, and I could have, but there was a chance of it getting to a governor or a caravan or something, so I don't think it was a bad buy to take silver, but I can imagine secret cave working out a little better sometimes. It would be nice. I am going to trash 2. I don't think it's worth it to add the secret cave because it's just not going to happen the next shuffle anyway. So I do believe in trashing here. There's something to be said though for getting another unique and trying to be really lucky. The clerk is nice. Would be nice for both activation and just, I think, in general, kind of being an annoying attack here. Outpost should be pretty valuable. It's hard to imagine you're gonna want to like probe the night pile too much, just because you could just reveal Sir Michael without having a way to really do anything with it, but it's like here again, I think I just take the double trash and go for it. But this is probably governor. I would take a governor. I guess if you don't have 5, I wouldn't take a governor because that would be impossible. But we're getting our trashes in. Everybody's getting their nice temple turns. This is probably clerk. There's like something to another caravan, but here we get the activation. If we're lucky, no, I guess it's guaranteed to still do a double trash because we're going to draw copper or draw clerk or secret cave, whatever it is. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, wait. We need to hit the clerk or the secret cave to get activation. Shoot. Well, maybe we'll get lucky. Otherwise, we could do a double trash and probably buy silver, buy secret. I don't know. The buy here, if we don't have, maybe we have to just do a single trash and buy 5, buy governor collection. Maybe we'll be lucky though. This is gonna be like get some collections by caravans and governors, I guess. All right, we whiff. So I think you have to do just 1. You would like to trash 2, of course, but really need to buy a governor here. This will probably get clerked, and so not likely to activate. Hopefully they bottom deck the clerk or the silver or both, whatever. This is unlikely to hit, but has some outs. There's some outs with governor and caravan into something. The next, these are a pain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I have 7. I didn't have activation, did I? On the governor turn? No, because I didn't have the secret cave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because I didn't have governor or secret cave or clerk at that point in time. Anyway, you do have some extra stuff here. If you wanted to get a caravan, you could play both caravans and it not be insane. Though it would hurt your chances of activating a little bit. I assume this goes, but not with the trash, then it's not there. This would be a governor. Oh, hireling. Hate hireling. Why do people buy hireling? Okay, well, we just straight up bottom decked everything. So that's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would have happened if we had drawn. Actually, it was the only bottom deck that fails, right? Well, kind of, but like this is just secret cave and the thing, magic lamp. Well, gross. Okay. All right, new plan. We're gonna draw a lot of cards. We're gonna get some points off the. We're gonna get some points off the wish activation. That's cute. That's always a cute one. 3 points is not bad. I guess, you know, why not? They get to play the hireling. You know, once the hireling's in play, it's pretty good. Can't complain about that too much. Maybe end up a point behind here, though I have a little more draw. Worse trashing, but more draw. Someone could get a little greedy on the temple. I might take a temple. Just it's a lot of points, frankly, and the game isn't gonna last super long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. So we could 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Much money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is good. Pretty happy about 9. No complaints there. We got to remember to play that guy first. And then we go Temple Governor, right? And we have a lot of points. Love points. Now we don't have our caravans this time. But they buy a collection, yeah. You have to think about an outpost. You do give your opponent a lot of draw, but so what? Get another turn. Sir Michael on top here would have been so wild. Would have, though that would have limited your outpost stuff. But if you had like enough caravans down, pretty guaranteed to draw it, then playing Michael as your terminal on your outpost turn would have been pretty juicy. I think we can get to a 3-pile. I assume we can get to a 3-pile. How many wishes gone now? 2. 1 more wish going. Surely you outpost. Yeah, okay. Okay. Surely. So discarding for Secret Cave seems, I don't know what it was. I don't know exactly what it was. But if it was worth at least $2, I'm not loving it. Frankly. But no, that's just me. I also don't really love not adding more collections there. We'll see. I think I was a little underplayed IMO. See if they played Temple or they play Clerk for the terminal. Goes with the Temple. I think you want to up your collection count here for sure. I think you want a 3rd collection, absolutely. Positively. And then it should be Caravan pretty easily, I would think. So the point gap getting closer. See what we have. Okay, we're going to need to take another governor, which is fine. We really need outpost. We didn't get to play Clerk, which isn't too surprising. I guess there's something to be said for just playing this governor. What are we gonna have? We'd like to have 8 probably. Is pretty good. 9 would be nice as well, but using the remodel is a little scary because of there's just a lot of they have a lot of 4s. People have a lot of 4s. 3s and 4s that can go into stuff quite easily, so it's a little bit of a toughie. Can be a bit of a tough sell. And you know they're going to have these massive hand sizes. So you know they're finding the thing they want to find. For sure. Okay. We need to get to this other collection, definitely. All right. We have 3 buys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 13. Where 13 looks pretty nice. So maybe no temple play. I don't know. Okay, we want to put like the caravan on top. You can remodel at the end if you know it's going to get you a win. That's fine. I didn't add another governor, did I, at any point? Yeah, I didn't. Well, I did via the wish. Just have the one governor. And then we just have running down secret caves or running down caravans, or running down collections. All of those things, all of the above. I'm trying to think. I'm not likely to be able to use either one of these on my turn, actually. Not that likely, anyway. They draw everything. They are, I think, a bit thinner, which is paying dividends now. You really want... You almost certainly just want a double governor. I would imagine, but... I don't really like this one as much as a play, but... It scores more points. It might be okay. We're 4-4 on collections. This is just 5 buys. I'm gonna do my darndest to pile out across 2 turns. I get hit with Clark again. Yep. This is kind of hard. The province doesn't score all that much. I would love to see Sirusc lower any of Secret Cave or Collection in any amount. I don't think 20 points on Secret Cave is like enough defense. Maybe it is. You'd have to count. It's a little hard to figure the scores, but because you would get 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's already maxed. So the Secret Caves are just the 20. They're not going to Triumphal Arc. Sirusc already has 4 of those. I know one of them would score Triumphal Arc. Yeah. So it'd be a little more than 20. If you took 5 Secret Caves. But I would just only have to empty Governor's Secret Cave, I guess at that point would be probably the easiest thing for me to empty. And have the shot of drawing on the outpost turn. But I don't know how much of this I'm going to get through. I get 9. They did lower. I have a hard time believing that that was the play. Really hard time, because I only have to get 20. Like, emptying Governors and Secret Caves, 6, 3, 18, plus the Triumphal Arc I'd be getting off the Governors is already going to pass those points. This is guaranteed to draw through. I'm gonna have 4 caravans down. Which is really nice. So I just buy 4 Governors here, right? One, 2, 3 piles, lots of money. No fleet. I really should just do a check for fleet. That's what I really need to be doing. Sirusc is builds good decks, but is a little sloppy on the end game. Has been my observation of his play from watching a few times at playing. Not always super patient. We have crop rotation. I mean, this could get out of hand one way or the other. It's not really clear how to get there to me. Other than that, you want a lot of the draw, but it's going to be a little inconsistent regardless. There's no, I mean, you can crop rotation, of course, that's nice. So I'd probably go Silver Fishmonger here and just hope to get crop rotation, and otherwise take 5s, take stables until, and if you hit 6 after your first crop rotation, take a gold. I don't like the dismantle opening much. You could do it, but it doesn't play well with crop rotation, so you'd really rather trash coppers here, and dismantle's terrible at that. Maybe you get a dismantle at some point later to try, and the improved stuff doesn't look that appealing. Getting Mining Village, who cares? It's fine. Like, if you get Mining Village Pilgrim, that might do something, but it's not exciting. It's a little, it just doesn't do all that much. Prosper, probably not that viable. By the time we've done Wealthy Village stuff, who really cares about the Prosper? So there's not like counterfeit or something on the kingdom to make it pay off in a big way. If you open your dismantle, you hit your estate, and you run into the silver gold or the silver copper hand and get the Wealthy Village, then you know, more power to you. But okay, we whiff on the, we've whiffed on the $6 hand already, which is not crazy. We just had to think. I mean, it's just one of these. We'll take the guaranteed $5 hand here, and then the next hand may have $3, or it may have 4. I guess they ended turn. They're gonna play the fish. He's gonna play a fishmonger. I'm assuming. There's a big gap here between this and what I rolled. There's actually a massive gap, because then you hit the estate, you hit a shuffle, you can play the fishmonger again to get 5 if you don't have 5 in hand. It's pretty brutal, actually. But what can you do? The answer is nothing. So anyway, this is a nice fishmonger, extremely good card. This is going to be probably brutal unless, I'm going to say unless Sirusc really messes up here. Or I don't know, the limit, how bad the shovels can get at this point are kind of limited because of the crop rotation. But like here, the trigger isn't all that good because Sirusc didn't use. I would have used the fishmonger here and went ahead and pick up gold because loot is good. So I would have used the fishmonger here and pick up gold, and it also would have let you do the crop rotation. But now the fishmonger crop rotation thing here is not as, it's fine, but it's not, you know, so exciting. I think a little bit of a misplay there, but again, buying stables in this spot is also, you know, quite good. So who really cares? I could blow this up. So I do have a stables in the next hand, so I may wait. I guess I don't guarantee having stables in the next hand, but hopefully. So I guess if you can get all the way up to 10, you can kind of skip the wealthy village buying. That seems a little ambitious to even try to do without gold. I guess it's technically possible. Maybe something for me to think about with the mining village. I mean, you technically have $10 in deck, but it would actually help to just have another silver. I mean, the fishmonger doesn't play super friendly with we have all the estates, which super sucks. I did trigger 1, so that was really lucky. The fishmonger isn't super friendly with stables unless you already have plus action, because you are fairly likely to just move through to it. It seems like Sirusc is really playing for that angle where you try and get 10 instead of just trying to buy a gold, but I kind of like the gold. So I'm going to take a gold. It's also easier to get prosper with the gold period, so. And the wealthy village, I'm going to need pilgrims to supplement my draw anyway. So the wealthy village is going to make sense for me as just a card. This again, this is a kind of thing that's been wheel spinning a little bit because you've just been coming back to these points where you buy a stables. It's not like you want 40 silvers either. So I think this is a bit of a misplay on what should have been a decent advantage. I really dislike that silver. They're clearly eyeing prosper, but you know, please. Oh my. Okay. I could do it if I wanted to. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a bummer to have the gold bottom deck here. That would have given us pretty good shot, I think. I think I want the mining village. Again, like I said, I'm going to have to play with pilgrims. So, or even if we get an improve, it's not insane. I have had very, very good luck with the estate hands, despite, we only have 3 estates out of a million cards. Quite lucky there. Again, if Sirusc had bought a gold with this number of stables, you would have for sure just had a wealthy village by now. So now I have to try and find the silver. These are very slow. I don't know if there's anything really much faster, but the decks are very slow. I should play the stables first, but okay. So we're not gonna hit activation next time, and we do miss. Chalice is not really what we want, but we will live with it. 10 would have been awesome. 10 would have been a wealthy village pilgrim. That would have been super cool. Surely they'll hit at least their $10 here. I mean, how could you miss it? Chalice isn't terrible because it's totally possible to not draw through to your buy here, but, well, not really with Fishmonger. Yeah, Chalice is pretty bad given that we already have the Fishmongers. It would have been, it's not totally bad though, because it does make the wealthy village activations a bit easier. So my only real leg up at this point, I don't know how many more stables are in hand, but I'm pretty confident the play is likely to be just play with Fishmonger and stop, but what do I know? The real nice thing about gold in this hand is you could again go Wealthy Village Pilgrim rather than just going Prosper, which is probably not that exciting. We have Fishmonger next. I didn't notice this till now. We have Fishmonger versus Herbalist, which is, a real really rubbing it in Herbalist's face how bad Herbalist is, but it's Dominion, right? I don't know how many. I have 4 stables, is that right? I don't know that I have 4 stables. I only have 3. I have 3 that, I mean, they're thinking about something, so probably they have 6 stables and I have 3. And a bunch of silvers, yuck. If you get the draw up, then not so yuck. If you don't, pretty yuck. Puzzle box would have been so nice here. Goat would be pretty nice. Copper trashing would be pretty nice. Goat and puzzle box and figurehead pretty good. See, they trigger here. I guess if you don't draw the estate, it's kind of nice because then you get a crop rotation activation. So that's kind of nice. If you do draw the estate, then it's not very good because you're just leaving the coppers. If one of these is an estate, this is not crazy. If these are all coppers, then it's pretty bad. Okay. I was just confused about the deck state. So this is like almost certainly a prosper, but I guess it doesn't have to be, but it could be like gold wealth. It could be like gold stables. Do 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 do. This has been a weird build. There had to have been better ways to spend your turn than stable silver, even though stable's a great card here. Figurehead's nice, but I guess you prosper and get the gold. That kind of does a little bit. That's not so bad. I can understand that. At least. Did get lucky here and draw all of these. Hopefully not the last estate. Okay. Okay. How much money? 10. Beautiful. That's the, some would say, the perfect amount of money. There's some... Sextant does some nice stuff here too. I think I go Pilgrim, right? I mean, I could take the stables, but we didn't get the Endless Chalice down, but that was fine. As far as the turn went, I would have rather drawn Endless Chalice than one of those coppers, but beyond that, it was quite nice. This is where the silvers took their revenge a little bit. And they're just not paying off a lot because you don't have buys to support them. Especially Sirusc doesn't. Sirusc still just has this fishmonger. Oh, there are 2 fishmongers? Interesting. 2 is okay if you have villages. If you don't have villages, they're not very good. But with villages, they're quite fine. I'm gonna scream if we draw what I think I'm gonna draw here. That's just basically impossible. Oh my gosh. This is all the villages. The Pilgrim is still there. All the stables with. Well, we both had a bad turn. Orb's not great. We're gonna have all the stables, so we're gonna see into the shuffle. It's gonna give us a chance. That maybe should have been city fishmonger, but we're gonna get a shot to find something for the Pilgrim. And not even like a bad shot, but I don't want to delay greening too long here either. Especially with crop rotation. Figurehead's nice. You would still expect Pilgrim to be pretty valuable here for either deck, but hasn't come out so far. Puzzle box, I'm jealous. Maybe you go Wealthy Village Province Pilgrim. It's interesting. I guess if you have the city, but I would be seriously considering a province, but that was a little weird to me, those buys. I think you can do a little better with a pilgrim on maybe one of those, but I don't know. When we play this, great. So oh gosh, this is so bad. Like, how did we get to this point of now we're in the Smithy Village miss each other phase of the game, which is a true joy. There's not even anything cute to do with any of this other than try and use Sextant to see. Guess you just play to try and see a little further. You knew this was going to happen. You can play the you will be able to play the fish. Well, no, because you're gonna gross. You can do one. I guess you don't discard this. It's like trading a card for the, because you're gonna do the crop rotation, and then you get to at least do one of the fishmongers. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have played it. Just double province. I guess it's gross. I would really love to just hit a I have a lot of villages, to be perfectly honest, and the draw there has not cooperated. Like, I have a lot of villages to have one pilgrim. That's okay. I guess the envious, I can't complain after I got the envious, right? That was my major thing this match, so. And of course, there were other things that went good or bad. The locust was pretty funny. The locust was pretty great. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. We can play for duds. The duds are possible, but they're not so incredibly likely with the puzzle. I mean, they're going to puzzle box green, so the hand size starts out pretty nice, but they also probably have $24. I would have, yeah, it's kind of hard to decide if you want to do this is probably right, rather than puzzle boxing as stables. I'm so mad about I don't know that it mattered. I don't know that it was putting me into a winning spot, right? The draw money situation is still pretty dire. But it didn't help. It sure didn't help. I mean, I would have had a lot more money last turn if I find one village, because we drew cards dead and we had the fishmongers that could have been pulled out the bottom quite easily. And yeah, all of these things, pretty bad, pretty sad. Oh well. If we're going to lose a game, the game where we're second player and the opponent hits crop rotation turn 3 is probably an okay one to lose in the grand scheme of things. This is funny. I mean, Sirusc does not have to do much province. Triple province probably not right. Like you can just keep building on the cities. I think you could be. There are some lines here where you maybe get a little greedy, a little too greedy, because you got to remember the figurehead draw is not coming down the line. You do have the puzzle box, but figurehead is out for this next turn, and so I would just think something like one province. That leaves you That leaves you what? 17. Yeah, like one province, triple fives, like city, pilgrimage, village, wealthy village is okay. Maybe. Yeah, I like that. And then the next turn you have potentially $28 or potentially $31, right? Depending on your loot. But I like adding. Yeah, I think that's okay. Single province, city, pilgrim, wealthy village. I guess I have 2 mining villages that I can. Why do I have 2? Why do I have 2 mining villages? What? I probably needed more pilgrims, to be honest. I probably missed a pilgrim by somewhere that would have made sense for me. All right, I think that they're still in their turn. I gotta go. All right, they went with that, which seems it's probably totally fine too, if I had to guess. Now we can whiff everything again. Probably just take province and hope they maybe draw a little badly. Yuck. I think we can just probably resign, but it shouldn't take too long to play out. It was weird to play Fishmonger. I mean, maybe you already have. If you already have another city in hand, it's not that weird. But you have a pilgrim. I mean, if you have more villages in hand, it doesn't matter. But it's weird if you don't, because then you are taking a bit of a risk there. No money was added, so I think the money is just $28. Or I guess there was a mining village added, but it doesn't get to 32. Unless I totally miscounted. So now you can pilgrim, a stables on top or a green card on top and puzzle box the other thing. Which is nice. I would have loved to have drawn the sextant rather than the orb there, but there are actually a lot of things I would have rather have happen than what happened here, but it's the nature of these games. These old games. What time is it? 2? Okay. A bit after. Caught a lot of nice consistency things from the loots. Sirusc did. Mine were okay, I mean. Orb was basically nothing, but... There are some windows here where I think I could have given Sirusc a run on the greening, and then I kind of like my chances in that world. But there was 2 turns that kind of put a damper on that prospect. And it still wouldn't have been... I think I would have been like clearly at least the half turn behind. But this is more like 1.5. I don't even know if I have $24 in the deck. Like, I bought Wealthy Village 3 times, but I only got $7 from that. So 7 plus 7 plus, I only have 1 silver. 14, 16. I have 2 mining villages, 20. I do have 24. So, like, single province is not safe. I don't know if triple is safe. Triple might just be safe, because it's not like I have super good duchy gaining abilities. I would have to take... Now, a tie would be pretty juicy for me, from my perspective. But that would take $28, right? So I don't think that's happening. If I had an improve in the deck, so that would eat into trashing the mining villages for coins, so we wouldn't really net all that much value that direction. Oh well. Triple should be safe. I mean, I don't think you have to have any worry about whether you can do your single province on the next turn. It's just a question of draw, which I don't think... Again, I didn't have enough money to do anything, so... If I counted right, I only had about 25 or 6. Which I guess isn't miles away from 28, and if I missed a silver somewhere, then maybe I was wrong, but... One more. Okay, Daimyo and Smuggler's Pickaxe. Another potentially board. You probably want to angle for the Recruiter rather than the Amulet, but Amulet's okay. Goatherd almost certainly is going to be worthwhile draw here. There's a lot going on, actually. You can't not play with the trash stuff, so you kind of have to enable people's Goatherds. I guess you can go with Recruiter nothing, which isn't too crazy. I don't know if it's correct. I'm going to try it. I guess you don't have to do Recruiter period here. It just seems like maybe the fastest way to do trash cycling. The villager effect is not particularly good, which could make you just think, oh, I'll just do Amulet stuff. The speed of the trashing of the Recruiter might be persuasive, though. Guess you could open Pickaxe in a similar way. I don't think Rebuild competes here. Rebuild also, the Goatherds probably do a little bit. Daimyo Minstrel is draw. That's, I guess, worth noting because Daimyo has a plus that card on it. I think maybe some people don't. Well, I shouldn't speculate on what people think, but maybe not evaluating it, the plus card on cantrip effect there. Not valuing that enough. It's like reverse shadow. Smuggler should be pretty okay. Cauldron should be pretty unimportant, I would guess. Road network might not be bad if you get a lead and you feel like you have a chance to green and pick up road network. Not necessarily terrible, because if you have a points lead and they need to use duchies or whatever, suddenly you're putting a stop on that. Going with the old amulet. So I could Daimyo, but I'm not going to. I like the goat herd. Truly, I do like the goat herd. I wonder if you take a minstrel. Changeling Daimyo should be quite good. I'll take a... Well, actually, I'm not sure. Let's put one in. See what kind of world we're living in. This is a very good turn 5 hand for me, or turn 6 hand. This was quite lucky. Has chances to be super good. Don't know if it'll be super good or just, you know, pretty good, but did it take silver eventually? I don't know. I guess. Now the smuggler. Okay. We didn't take silver. So we're getting less. It didn't work out so nice. Also, if we really wanted the minstrel to like or toss a bunch of crud, right? But that's okay. We didn't get no gains. That's all right. You're still moving. Eventually the gains have to come. This is abysmal. There's a little threat though. Not really. I guess it reveals it, right? Yeah. There's not really very much threat. That was sad. I talked up that opening hand and then it turned very sad. They're gonna buy their pickaxe here or something. And I don't get to smuggle it. It's quite sad. That's okay. Things will be gained eventually. Things will be smugglable. Some things. Some point in time. One hopes. If one is me. I can credit for a pickaxe. I'm gonna do that for sure. Maybe one of these should be a changeling. I'm not 100% on that. We could wait. Now Sirusc buys a daimyo. That's sort of my play, but okay. Well, we need to find, yeah. Okay. So yeah. You can't, right? There's no smuggling. Trash is a copper, pickaxe is a copper, plays a copper. Okay. I still have this nice smuggler's thread for whenever things go wild and wacky. I love it. Do we want to run the pickaxe on the minstrel, or do we just want to bide our time a little bit? Do a little time biding. So eventually stuff's going to come to... I mean, I would rather draw than get a loot this turn. I would rather draw next turn and read the loot situation then. Slash smuggler situation. I'm loving this draw disparity right now. I think is gonna pay big dividends. IMO. Now that's a lot of draw. That's not bad. I wonder at the order of that it had, maybe it had to go down that way. Doubloons. That means I can get golds. The changelings are just gonna evaporate. I'm not sure I'm winning. I would like to imagine I am winning, but I'm not sure that's true. I wonder if this will be a smuggler's. The village situation is a little scary, right? If you try to go for that. This is just kind of scary in general if you are trying to hit a particular. How much did I discard? There are 2 cards, and this is 4 total cards, but I'm gonna daimyo smugglers, gain 2 things. I'm trying to think if I can triple. If I do 4, there's another daimyo, but the daimyo draw. So if we go daimyo smugglers, we've got 2 cantrips, 2 more cantrips, and the recruiter. So that's 6 cards. Okay, I've counted that correctly. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the smugglers would be 5, 6, 7. So we can't quite do that. If we did it that way, we wouldn't be guaranteed to draw everything, which maybe is okay. Otherwise, if we smuggle 2 things, that puts us up to 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So we have gold. We might as well be golds, right? They don't have a smugglers. They can't gain a smugglers magically. The thing that's sad is the daimyo doubles something that then isn't really meaningful. I think what we want is 1 changeling and 1 just regular old gold for potentially for a pickaxe. But we can kill this stuff. We could have also just gone for the 3 golds and seen how it worked out. But so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, a 3 buy is all right as long as we don't get chalice. Okay, that's not ideal, maybe, but let's go for pickaxe then. Okay, Jules is pretty okay. Okay. So the goat herd's definitely wild and crazy. I think we take a daimyo. And this is another daimyo. It could be minstrel. Guess it could be pickaxe. I don't think pickaxe. So if you don't find... The recruiter is going to be a little bit scary, but if you find goat herd, you're probably okay. If you find minstrel, you're okay. For draw, guess you just push it. They're going to draw a bunch. They're not going to draw issues. It's a payload issue for Sirusc. And hopefully a permanent payload issue, because I can play smugglers 30 times and you can't just avoid gaining cards. It ain't feasible. I'm at to. They have 2 daimyos. So it's 2 to 5. I don't know if we go double minstrel first or if we go just one. Figurehead's not bad. Still no plus buy. So they may empty the daimyos here for a split. But if they do that, I mean, it's a payload thing too, right? Or a payload problem still. I have 5. Let's say I want to do 2. I'm going to do like 3 on smugglers and 2. And we just have 1 trash. 2 trashes. Okay, so they're labs. No, the changelings are going to trash. Okay, so they're super labs. They're still not a, yeah, you want a pickaxe. So I like the province, okay. Okay. Or wait, let me make sure I do this in the right order. How many draws are you getting off the goat herd? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to do 4 smuggles and 1 doubled goat herd. Is that right? What else did they? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smuggle. Well, I mean, I guess you could maybe want to do just all of them. The goat herd's going to draw. Four cards or something. It's going to draw 4 cards, and you have. I get 7 more here. So why wouldn't I do it this way? Can I pile? You don't want to risk giving them a pile. That's for sure. Those are for the daimyos. I'm not sure I didn't botch this up, but yeah, it didn't. At least not the way I was fearful of. We need to be able to buy province. Okay. I think we just leave that. That's pretty good. I wouldn't have minded a figurehead, but maybe a minstrel or a goat herd. What's the trashing situation gonna look like? I mean, if the pickaxes go down, yeah, because this is already scary. I would love to see us go to a duchy dance. Now that would be, then we'd be playing. I guess we're just gonna play the recruiter. Well, it depends. It depends on what the goat herd's sitting at. Sword could actually be a bit of a pain. Yeah, right. Because that'll the daimyo be stuck out there. You play amulet. Now they'll both be stuck out if you play Amulet at all. Which, you know, quite changes. It's not a way to draw that, is there, and play those and trash and pickaxe empty or anything. I guess a part of the value there is just to, I don't know, now the daimyos are stuck out. And the changelings are there in deck, but not doing, if they don't get turned into something then in the future, then they're a little sad. Honestly, I have to wait. Depends on the pickaxe choices here, but there's like a world where it makes sense for me to just buy province and wait a turn to actually have the daimyo minstrel stuff, because this hand, unless the goat herd is trashing quite a few cards, is a little scary. And it doesn't, like, if they stop here and buy a smugglers, and if I just buy a province, it doesn't open up the smugglers angle for Sirusc. But that depends on the pickaxe stuff, so I don't know if they'll have double if they do pickaxe things, if they can get to double. They have doubloons and a gold, so that's not a small amount of money. The figurehead's not in play. Do they have 2 pickaxes? I don't know what all is in this hand, actually. This is like 2 pickaxes, gold doubloons, maybe another. No, I have that. Maybe some silvers and copper. I don't know. The coppers are gone. There's a province. So I can count for about 5 of them, and I'm not really sure what the other 5 are. Well, 2. Did I count the pickaxe? Gold doubloons, 2 pickaxe, province, at least a silver, 2 silvers, and then maybe maybe an unplayed daimyo. Not clear on that. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna win on the turn time thing, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I slow down like this. Getting a trash. Getting an amp for a trash. I'm gonna be wishing I still had my pickaxes. The pickaxe that I trashed last turn, I'm gonna be wishing I still had that. There it is. I didn't want it. Here it is. So now that really, but I do have the lab, the goat lab, so. I wonder if I can play the one goat herd, but without playing the recruiter. The duchy is crazy because I can get very close to just duchy pile out now, if not just straight up there. Okay, they did trash changeling. So I think we'll go, because if we do enough daimyos, like if we do 5 of that, then we just need $10. It's probably recruiter first. What do you need? What do I have daimyo wise? I gained another one. I had played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. I can play 5 of them or 4 of them on smugglers, but I only need 2 of them to be played on other stuff. But there is something to be said for playing one sooner. What we would like to find is the other goat herd, right? I guess we can also just play 6 of them. Is probably also winning. Yeah, just do that. Don't even need to play this, but I will. Yeah, you had to like work around the smugglers goat herd thing somehow there. Like I said, I think the end game just needs to be tightened up a little bit. The decks are generally fine. I didn't like the amulet thing, but there was a window where they're clean. They were clean and they could have done different things. This is somewhat similar to the cathedral game in that sense, where they had a kind of a control advantage, but they didn't really play the payload of the kingdom fully. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all for my next match, which is tomorrow.